All right, in this video now we're going to talk about the striking angles with the knife. I call this the clock and 3 stabs. It's a very simple system. When you study martial arts, Filipino martial arts, you know, you'll get different numbering systems. Those are great, but this is an easy way, I think, for beginners to learn the angles. If you can just kind of imagine a clock in front of you, and from my perspective at least, I got 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way around. Okay, so I got my different hours, and what you can do is slash on the hours. So if I'm in my stance here, I can do a 1 o'clock slash, a 2 o'clock, a 3, a 4, see, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you have 12 angles that you can slash from, and then you add to that the 3 stabs, a stab that would come straight in, just like this, just like that, straight in, or the overhand stab, which comes over at an angle just like this. So you can go just like that, bang. So you got the straight in stab, the overhand stab, and then the backhand or the back overhand stab, whatever you want to call it, just like this. Okay, so you got, your the clock and 3 stabs. So what you do is you just start playing around with this. You start making cuts on the clock and adding in the stabs, and do what feels comfortable. Some of these will flow together very well, and the best way to to get it down is just to practice a little bit. So start real slow in my stance here and start making cuts. See, just like this angle here. You notice I'm putting in my cuts and my stabs. Go real slow, and the idea is to be fluid. You don't want jerky motions when you cut. You don't want to hammer with your knife. You want to draw it. See, slash. Hammering doesn't work, right? Hit and slash. So slash and kind of pull that knife, draw it back. See, you'll see knife fighters, Filipino martial artists will do a lot of bouncing off the other hand with his forearm, like this. This just overcomes some of the inertia of changing direction. So when I cut here, this gives us a little push, a little bounce off to change the direction and go the other way. So sometimes you'll see guys do this, see. But in any case, the basic slashing motions are just like this on the clock. And what you do is basically you're shadow boxing. Just like a boxer, punches and moves their head and moves around. That's what you do with a knife. You do shadow fighting with your knife. So I'm here and start off real slow, right? Don't go so fast that your technique suffers, okay? Go real slow and make it fluid, because fluid attacks, when it flows well, you can get more in frequently than if you're just awkward and you're all uncoordinated, okay? So just practice, set a little timer, 3 minutes or so, and practice your fluid attacks, cutting on all angles, and you will develop a sort of feel for this as to which cuts go together, you see. So I'm just going to move around a little bit and show you what I mean. I'll switch leads, put the knife side in back sometimes too. The other move you want to use is a knife jab, straight out. This is almost straight line in, but the knife cuts, see? Straight out and cuts. It goes in, but it adds a little slash right at the end. See, it's a little bit different. Straight in slash. I call that a jab because it's just like a boxer's jab. Pop, but you're going to jab with your knife. Pop, pop, right and back. Add that in too. So you got the clock and 3 stabs. You've got your stance. You've got your footwork, and I just want you to practice moving around like this. Change targets. Head, body, sometimes legs. That's it. That is the basic series of knife attack fundamentals.